Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is custom task. Custom task is a feature of Universal Analytics Library. It lets you get and set values from and to measurement protocol hits and before being generated. So custom task is basically the greatest tool at your disposal for customizing your Google Analytics implementations. It has the ability to manipulate hits to Google Analytics before it leaves the website. It is also said that with Google Tag Manager, it is always being like quite difficult to access hit building process and while using templates. So custom tasks offer a solution to this problem. Let's say what the definition needs has to say. So custom task is special. Yes, we know it. It has no set functionality of its own. Yes, it is very true. It basically what does is it overrides the behavior and it is used to get and set values. So it doesn't have any functionality of its own. It is used to manipulate the model object we have discussed in our previous videos, like in tracker objects and custom events listener. Also we have covered this topic, model object, and then other tasks too. So it is basically used to manipulate things. So, like how it does is when JavaScript SDK is used via our Google Analytics send command or Google Analytics tags in GTM, there are multiple ways you can do it. You are thus initiating a sequence of processes where the final product is actually the measurement protocol request, okay, to Google Analytics. Like we have our trackers over here. First column is for tracker analytics, ts, g tags or Google Tag Manager. Then we have our tags. So we'll talk about this, and then we have our mp request. So mp request is the final product of our process, and this sequence is comprises of a number of tasks which is executed, in of which the custom task is the first one that is executed. As we can see the task column, custom tag is the number one task. Being number one, I mean, is it is executed before every task. So every other task, like preview task, check protocol task, validation task, check storage task, history, etc., these are lying below it. So the very first task that is, you can say, processed is custom task. So with the help of this custom task, we can manipulate other tasks. Like, it is called, the beauty of custom tag is that it runs before any other task. So this is known as its superpowers, and you can use it to override behavior of other tasks. Like what I can do is, we have this, say, validation task. So it is basically used to check whether your request is HTTP or HTTPS. But if suppose we remove this and apply our own certain logics, then we can even give some link as, say, file.www.google.com. So these things we can do. We have history imports, and then we have check storage task. Like, even if our cookies are disabled, we can access the storage task. We can do things like that. So, for example, if you want to run Google Analytics locally in a Chrome extension, you need to make up checkup protocol is never run. Make sure checkup protocol is never run, because it aborts the hit builder if the protocol is not STPP or STPPS. So this is what I was talking about. So we can name a custom task variable and include a function in it, and then that function uses a model that we talked about, model object, and sets its check protocol task that defines a page must contain STPP or STTPS to null, as we can see in the code. So prevents check protocol from running. In commands we have defined it. So these can be used in multiple ways. Like, these are some of the examples, like the custom task builder tools. like click ID as a custom dimension, hit type of a custom dimension, payload change, and remove custom definitions, copy hits, remove by, and these are the various things we can do with our custom task builder. Okay, so let us see something practically. And I also have one thing like, okay, these were the tasks which we are given by our website, or we can say our page that loads. So I have the link of this Google gives us the description of all the tasks, like custom task. By default, the task does nothing, overrides it, and provides custom behavior. Check protocol task aborts the request if the page protocol is not HTTP or HTTPS. Validation control aborts the request if required fields are missing or invalid. So, okay, and then storage location tracker is configured to use cookies, but the browser has cookies disabled. So these are the things you need to see before doing a task. So I will link that in the description. So let us go to our website and go to inspect console, and let us enable our extension. It working. It's okay. Okay, it is working. So what we'll do is we'll create say Google Analytics. Okay. So we know these commands. We are creating a new tracker with the name new tracker, and if we do not give this name, we will get automatically a name for this, and this will be available only for the very first tracker you are creating. So yes, we created a new tracker T0. Okay, and then what I need to do is I need to give a set command for custom task and a function which accepts model dot set. So we have this we can see this property dimension 150, and we want to set this with the value of client ID. So we need to set this and get client ID over it. Okay, so let set the field. We have successfully set the field, and so the very moment we send the hit using this tracker object, what we get is, yes, this is our dimension 150 that we wanted for accessing the client ID. So you can see I have this client ID accessed in my dimension 150. So this is how we dynamically fetch client ID from the model object and append it to the dimension 150. Okay, this the same thing can be done using our GTM also. We can create new variable, and then we can create a function in that variable, and then we can assign a tag for it. Okay, so this is what we have basics about custom tasks, and this is basically how custom tasks work. Okay, thank you.